breaking news today.
Please subscribe and then check notification box to get all breaking news alerts.
Army veteran defies his team to stand for anthem, Steelers coach responds in sickest way. Army veteran Alejandro Villanueva defied his team on Sunday by standing respectfully with his hand over his heart while the national anthem played before the Steelers game against the Bears in Chicago. Meanwhile, his teammates sat in the locker room, effectively showing the country that they're nothing but a bunch of overpaid, undeserving crybabies. While Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin should have been applauding Villanueva's decision to stand for the anthem, instead, he responded in the sickest way possible. At a rally on Friday night, President Donald Trump did not mince words when it came to professional athletes who kneel during the national anthem. Wouldn't you love to see one of these NFL owners, when somebody disrespects our flag, to say, "Get that son of a bitch off the field right now," Trump said to cheering crowd. "Out. He's fired. He's fired." The president's remarks drew the ire of players, team owners, and analysts, with Roger Goodell saying on Saturday, "The NFL and our players are at our best when we help create a sense of unity in our country and our culture. There is no better example than the amazing response from our clubs and players to the terrible natural disasters we've experienced over the last month." Goodell added, "Divisive comments like Trump's demonstrate an unfortunate lack of respect for the NFL, our great game and all of our players, and a failure to understand the overwhelming force for good our clubs and players represent in our communities." While Goodell inferring that the leader of the free world should have more respect for a football league which has never shown him any at all is pretty damn absurd, the most blasphemous response to Trump's remarks undoubtedly came from Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin. Tomlin decided that his team would not participate in the national anthem at all prior to Sunday's game against the Bears in Chicago. The Steelers remained in the locker room the entire time. "You know, these are very divisive times for our country and for us as a football team. It's about us remaining solid," Tomlin told CBS Sports sideline reporter Jamie Erdahl. "We're not going to be divided by anything said by anyone. I told our players, if you feel the need to do anything, I'm going to be supportive of that. As Americans, you have that right. But whatever we do, we're going to do 100%, we're going to do together. We're not going to let divisive times or divisive individuals affect our agenda." There was one member of the team, however, to refuse to sit in the locker room while the national anthem played, opting instead to stand respectfully with his hand over his heart. Former Army Ranger Alejandro Villanueva was the only Steeler to come out for the national anthem on Sunday. He stood in the tunnel while the rest of the team hid in the locker room like disrespectful cowards. Villanueva stood with his hand over his heart and sang along with pride during the national anthem. The 28-year-old former Army Ranger is a Bronze Star recipient and served 3 tours in Afghanistan. According to Young Conservatives, Coach Tomlin was not happy that Villanueva ditched his disrespectful teammates in order to stand for the anthem. Tomlin said in a post-game press conference that he was looking for 100% participation in whatever course of action the team took during the national anthem. When asked by a reporter about Villanueva coming out for the anthem, Tomlin said, "Like I said, I was looking for 100% participation, we were gonna be respectful of our football team." Ironically, Tomlin once said he noticed Villanueva during a preseason game because of the way he stood during the national anthem, according to an article on NFL.com. A Bronze Star recipient during his time as an Army Ranger, Villanueva found his way into professional football for good as a 25-year-old defensive end in 2014 with the Philadelphia Eagles following 3 tours of duty in Afghanistan. Steelers coach Mike Tomlin says he spotted Villanueva during a preseason game because of the way he stood during the national anthem, and the team later picked Villanueva up and converted him to tackle, where he became a starter during the 2015 season. He's surprised many by stabilizing the position in Pittsburgh as part of one of the best offensive lines in football. Incredibly, Mike Tomlin now seems to believe that his football team is more important than the country. It must be painful for Villanueva to take the field with such ungrateful, Self-entitled losers. He actually fought for his country, yet his coach doesn't even have the decency to support his decision to stand for the national anthem. Tomlin should be ashamed of himself. The NFL's ratings are already on a steady decline, and this surely will not help to smooth things over with patriotic fans who have had enough of the politically correct bullcrap. If you're making millions of dollars a year to play a game, the least you could do is stand and honor the country which has afforded you that tremendous opportunity. And if you're coaching a man who has risked his life in defense of your country, you owe him nothing short of your sincerest respect and support in all his endeavors, especially when he is honoring the flag he fought so hard to defend.